This is a presentation on Part K of the Building Regulations by Ronan Glynn of the National Building Control and Market Surveillance Office. This presentation will give a quick overview of the requirements of Part K and the guidance provided in the Technical Guidance Document, TGD Part K. Part K has 4 requirements. K1, stairways, ladders and ramps. Stairways, ladders and ramps shall be such as to afford safe passage for the users of a building. K2, protection from falling. In a building, the sides of every floor, balcony and every part of a roof to which people normally have access and any sunken areas connected to the building shall be guarded to protect users from the risk of falling. K3, vehicle ramps, floors and roofs. In a building, the sides of every vehicle ramp and every floor and every roof to which vehicles have access shall be guarded against the risk of vehicles falling therefrom. K4, the application of this part. The requirements of this part apply to stairways, ladders and ramps which form part of a structure of a building. TGDK 2014 illustrates how prima facie compliance can be achieved and is split into 2 sections. Section 1, stairways, ladders and ramps, which includes subsection 1.1, stairways and ladders, and subsection 1.2, ramps, and section 2, pedestrian and vehicle barriers. The requirement of Part K1, stairways, ladders and ramps, is dealt with under subsection 1.1 of Part K TGD, which covers rise, going and pitch, construction of steps, headroom, width of stairs, length of flights, etc., and under 1.2 of Part K TGD, ramps. The requirement of Part K2 and K3, pedestrian and vehicle barriers, are covered under subsection 2.2 to 2.7 of Part K TGD, pedestrian guarding, subsection 2.7 of Part K TGD, prevention of falls from windows, and subsection 2.8 of Part K TGD, vehicle barriers. The Department of Housing has published supplementary guidance on the design of stairs to help achieve compliance with the building regulations, which gives guidance on compliance issues in relation to TGD, Part K, Part B, and Part M. Requirement K1 only applies to design and construction of stairs, ladders, and ramps in a building. K1 does not apply to access routes outside a building, but other requirements of TGDs or other statutory requirements may need to be met. The diagram on the slide illustrates the various TGD requirements in regard to stairs in a building, stairs immediately outside a building, and on approach routes. Under subsection 1.1 of TGDK, technical aspects of stair design are dealt with, including but not limited to step geometry, step variability, headroom, handrails, visibility, stair width, landings and flights. The associated diagrams give illustrated guidance on headroom, the requirement for a change of direction of stairs in places of assembly, i.e. theatres and sports stadium, and the requirement for a clear area of landings free from door swings both at the top and bottom of stairs. This table illustrates the requirement to cross-refer to Part B and Part M in relation to certain aspects of stair design, e.g. the stair width in escape stairs in a non-dwelling will be set by the requirements of TGD Part B Table 1.5, based on the building capacity and the number of stairs. And in relation to Part M, an accessible stairs to a new building cannot have a riser below 150 millimeters or above 180 millimeters, and must have a going between 300 to 450 millimeters, as set out in section 1.1, parts K and L of TGD-M. TGD Part K gives definitions on the measuring of stairs on diagram 1, and on table 1 notes the optimal and maximum limits for the rise, going and pitch for various situations, i.e. private, semi-public and public stairs, As noted previously, accessible stairs have additional requirements under Part M. Construction of stairs notes the use of tapered steps in certain situations, and the mechanism for measuring these are illustrated in diagram 2. Tapered stairs and winders are not appropriate for public stairs. Where winders are used, they should be used at the base of stairs. TTD Part K gives guidance on design of the construction of open riser stairs. The gap between the risers should be less than 100 mm unless the stairway is unlikely to be used by a 5-year-old child, and open riser stairways are not appropriate for Part M accessible stairs or public stairs. Open riser stairs can cause issues with people with impaired vision. Construction of guarding should not allow a 100 mm diameter sphere to pass through, unless again the stairway is unlikely to be used by a 5-year-old child, and the guarding should not be readily climbable. Heights for handrails and guardings should be as illustrated on diagram 6, i.e. for single dwelling stairs 900 mm for a handrail measured vertically from the pitch line, and 1.1 meters for guarding at a single dwelling, i.e. at the floor edge, balcony or roof. TTD Part K, ramps, covers design of ramps. These designs should be reviewed in concert with Part M, but in general ramps should have a maximum slope of 1 in 12 and an optimum slope of 1 in 20 to comply with the total rise and length of ramp as defined in Part M. Ramps of 1 in 20 or steeper should be provided with a continuous handrails and curbs in accordance with Part M. Guarding for pedestrian areas will be as required under diagram 6. In general, guarding should be at 1.1 meters at landings, balconies and roofs, and 900 mm on stairs. Special requirements are noted for places of assembly, and the lateral strength of these handrails and guardings should be as noted in ISEN 1991-1-1. In car parks, guarding for cars should be provided at the edge of floor or roofs and at the edge of ramps. Where the difference in level between the internal floor level and the external level is 600 mm or greater, guarding of 800 mm must be provided on the higher side. If it is provided by a window, the bottom of the section must be fixed and any opening must be at least 800 mm above the internal floor level. See diagrams 6, 7 and 8. If boxing or a deep sill are provided that is readily climbable, then guarding should be extended 800 mm above this level. TTD Part K requires that safety restrictors should be provided on all windows to limit the opening of the window to prevent accidental falling from a height greater than 1.4 meters. The restrictors should be able to be released without the use of a key or special tool when fitted to windows required for emergency escape. Windows should not be fitted with any locking mechanism that requires a key or special tool. TTD Part K requires that vehicle barriers are installed at the edge of floors, including floors level with the ground, and roofs, and that the barrier height must be of at least 375 millimeters, and along the vehicle ramps, the barrier must be at least 610 millimeters. Barriers should be designed to resist lateral loads as noted in paragraph 2.9 of TGD-K, which refers to ISEN 199-1-1. When inspecting on site for compliance with the Building Regulations Part K, you should check critical dimensions, clear widths, risers, goings, gate, which would be twice the riser plus the going, headroom, handrail height, barrier heights relative to the building type and their location, clearance at landings, suitability of guarding and its design, force and impact, possible impact or effect of other building regulation, i.e. Part B and Part M, considerations for other building regulations, Part D, Part B and Part M, and under the framework for building control authorities in relation to Section 11 request, you should request the following information. Provide all details of stairs, raise ramps and guarding designed to indicate compliance with Part K, plans of each level and cross-section through stairs at appropriate scale to be included, gradient of any ramp to be indicated on all relevant plans, show all 4 levels on general arrangement floor plans. This concludes the presentation on Part K and TGD Part K. Thank you for your attention.